iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Dr. Roto, get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. It's Thursday, and I'm going to do a preview of the Chiefs-Raiders game a little bit later on in this podcast. But right now, we want to take a look at the bidding from last night and see if there were good buys, who paid what for whom, and whether it was worth it or not. So in a World Championship League, Alan Hearns went for $171. A little high for my liking, considering Blake Bortles stinks. I mean, really stinks. Ted Ginn Jr. went for $61. Next bid was $36. I thought that was a good bid. Andy Dalton went for $26. Next bid was $24. The team that lost Aaron Rodgers got Brett Hundley. I mean, that was the right move. Charles Clay went for $14 when Charles Clay was dropped, and I think it was my team that may have dropped him. That was a good pickup. If he comes back, he is a very good player, right? But the question is, when does he come back, and how well does he do when he comes back? Remember, I said this yesterday, I didn't think this was a very good week for pickups. Really didn't. Benny Fowler, probably one of the best pickups of the week. He went for $189 in another league that I'm looking at here. Devonta Booker went for $127. The Saints went for $121. I don't get it. It's the Saints. The first 3 weeks, they were the worst defense ever, and now you're paying $121 for it? That's just terrible. Nick O'Leary, $87. Kenny Stills, $47. I like that a little bit. I thought that made some sense to me there. My team picked up Vernon Davis for $21. Hey, you may not like VD. I don't want VD. Nobody wants VD except when Jordan Reed gets hurt. And then you know what? You're glad you have VD. Right? Very true about that. Don't argue about with having VD. All right, here's another league. I thought the best guy out there this week was in one of my leagues, and it was Juju Smith-Schuster. And I didn't want to play around. Because I think if Martavis Bryant is gone at some point, Juju's the starter. I paid up $173 for him. The next highest bid was $45. I absolutely and unequivocally overpaid. I get it. I'm okay with it. I think he's a $100 player. I bid aggressively on him because I really didn't like my team. And I thought I could use him. I mean, Zay Jones has been a pig. Marquise Lee is not healthy. Robbie Anderson, I don't trust. You know, Jamison Crowder can't find the end zone. You got to do what you got to do, right? You make a move here. So in the Fantasy 100 Invitational, I'll talk to you about something here that happened. So first of all, Jordan Matthews went for $331. Next bid was $66. Then Benny Fowler went for $151. The next bid was $89. So my partner is Frankie Fantasy, and I said I want to bid on Ben Watson. And he goes, we don't need Ben Watson. I get that. We didn't need Ben Watson. We had Kobe Fleener as our tight end, who's a train wreck, by the way. Train wreck and a half. But my point was this. Ben Watson is too good to be on the waiver wire. He should be on somebody's team. So I bid $38 on him. I figure this. I'll bid $38. You want him at $40, you got him. But I think he's better than Kobe Fleener, who in a 52-point game couldn't catch anything, got 0 points, right? So Ben Watson is better than that. And look, if somebody else wanted him, so be it. But I wasn't going to overpay for him. So that's how I rolled there with Ben Watson. So what am I saying to you guys? Sometimes I think it's in people's best interests to bid on players that are good, even if you may not need them, because I don't want my opponents to get them. Now, I'm not going to bid a lot of money, but I'll bid just enough. Brett Hundley went for $177 in another league. Devonta Booker, $128. Matt Forte, $128. And the crazy thing was, Matt Forte, the next bid was $123. Crazy. I got Benny Fowler in this league for $70. I was pretty happy about that. James Conner, $41. That's a great bid. Should have had him. I didn't, but I didn't need him. Right? I already had Fournette and McCaffrey and Cohen and Riddick. Already had good guys. But I thought that was a very good bid on James Conner because you know what? What if I told you that he's going to be the starter when Le'Veon Bell gets injured, which is always possible, right? Always possible. Let's take a look at some online championship leagues here. Those are always a little bit different. Tyrod Taylor went for $171. He better be good. Theo Riddick, $157. Kobe Fleener, $109. How do you bid $109 on Kobe Fleener when he did absolutely nothing the previous week? He's not going to go for $109. He's going to go for like $10. So, and you know what? You would have gotten him for $1. I got Tyler Lockett. I thought that was a good bid at $60. And then did my Ben Watson bid and did a Ben Roethlisberger bid. I mean, literally, my team here started out like a house on fire, and now I'm putting all my eggs in the Ben Roethlisberger, Marcus Mariota basket. It's making me vomit. Seriously. Uncontrollable vomit. All right, blind bidding results for another league here. CJ Procise went for 89. That's a good buy. The next bid was 78. I got Kenny Golladay in the league. Next for 59, the next bid was 57. Love doing that. That's just like my best thing all day. When I see Golladay at 59, somebody goes 57, bam. I'm loving Golladay next week. Right? Why? There's a great chance there's no Golden Tate. Golladay gets way more in the action. They have a bye week this week. Golladay may be a guy that I'm starting. Absolutely. All right, let's take it another league here. Check it out. We're going through all these leagues. Eli Manning, $50. Benny Fowler, 40. Sold. Steelers defense, 38. Yeah, I don't know about that. But Eli Manning at 50 is not bad. The problem is he has Seattle this week, and then he's off next week. That's the big problem. Right? So how good is he going to be for 2 weeks? Not very. Jeremy Curley went for 50 in the league I'm in. Brett Hundley, 29. I like that bid. I got Andy Dalton at 23. I don't know if he's going to have a great week this week, but it doesn't matter. He's just a backup for me. Got Russell Wilson. Right? But people are doing good jobs. I was very impressed with defense bids, except for that Saints one, was a lot less because that was just a terrible bid. Do a couple more leagues for us here. Chris Ivory, $200. That's a good bid. I like that Chris Ivory bid. What happens if Leonard Fournette's out? He may be worth $200 this week. Brett Hundley, $165. Kenny Stills, $111. Harrison Butker at $45. I thought that was a little pricey, but he has been good. But I would have paid the $45. See, here's the difference. If I'm not mistaken, and one moment please, let me check this out. One moment please hold. Here we go. The Chiefs haven't had their bye week yet. So Harrison Butker, $45. I know I got to cut him in 3 weeks. So I'm happy to pay full price for Butker if he already had his bye week, but I'm not paying $45 if he didn't have his bye week. If he doesn't have his bye week, I'm paying, I don't know, $12, because I know I got to cut him short term. This league, Tyrod Taylor went for $35. All right, let's take a look at another league here. And this is a pretty good league here. Chris Ivory, $132. The next bid was $66. Orleans Darkwall went for $131. Can't believe he's even available. The next bid was $121. Darren McFadden at $102. The next bid was $61. Benny Fowler at $79. The next bid was $52. Ryan Suckup at $73. I hate that. Hate that. Right? Hate that. Because he's on bye week next week. But I did get Brett Hundley at $15. I was very happy with that. So that team, I've got a little mess at quarterback, so I did this purposely. I've got Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston, and now Brett Hundley. I don't trust Jameis 100%. I'm loving how Carson Wentz is playing, but I thought with Hundley in there, I've got flexibility. Maybe Hundley starts to play well. Maybe he starts running. Maybe he finds he channels his inner Deshaun Watson and becomes somebody that I can use. So I'm just throwing it out there. That's what I was looking for. So that was the pickups for this week. Like I said, really not a lot of talent out there. Really not a lot of talent out there. So you got to be careful when you see that. Don't overpay for guys who aren't very good. Right? If guys aren't very good, don't pay. All right, so let's take a look at some other things here. Some news and notes. Corey Davis is out. Okay, Corey Davis is out this week, so this is a very easy one here. The Titans are on bye next week, week 8. I believe you'll see Corey Davis week 9 at home against Baltimore. So if you have Corey Davis, you need 2 more weeks. This week he's out. Week 8 is a bye week. He comes back week 9. And then you're good. Clyde Christensen says that he hopes Devontae Parker plays. Yeah, I don't know about that. Going to see on Friday. If he doesn't play before then, I don't know if he's playing. Jordan Matthews practicing. Okay, that's good. He's trending upward. Sterling Shepard practicing. If he's practicing, I'm going to play him. I'm going to play him. If he's practicing, I'm going to play him. The problem is in the league that I have Sterling Shepard in, I have issues here because I've got to make a decision on Amari Cooper. So I'm working with a friend here, helping my friend's team out. And here's what we're looking at. So this is a tough call. So, one moment please. Let me read you this one here. So, Funchess, Cooper, Pryor. Those are the receivers. Don't really like them. I like Pryor, I think, a little bit against Philadelphia. I really would like to play Sterling Shepard. Do I bench Amari Cooper tonight? Maybe he has a good night. Do I bench Funchess? I don't know if I want to do that. I really want to play Sterling Shepard, but I just don't know yet. So, sadly, I think I have to roll with Amari Cooper tonight as much as I don't want to, right? As much as I don't want to. So sometimes what I want you guys to do is look at the cost-benefit analysis. If I bench Cooper tonight and Shepard doesn't play, and I have issues, right? So I got to hold Shepard and see what happens. If I'm falling behind and Shepard plays, I may bench Funchess and play Shepard. That's probably what I'm going to do. Robbie Anderson not practicing again, that's a problem. Jermaine Kearse's value goes up for me. If Robbie Anderson is out, also Jeremy Curley would be very interesting. Bilal Powell not practicing. I do not believe that he plays this week. Marquise Lee not practicing. He's going to have to play tomorrow. If not, we're going to see an Allen Hurns love fest this week. Leonard Fournette not practicing. Is he going to play on Friday? We'll have to see. Some coaches are rough. Some coaches say if you don't play on Friday, you're not playing. And then some coaches say, I don't care, just show up on Sunday, let me know how you feel. I can tell you this. If I were a coach, if I had a star player, I wouldn't need to see him on Friday. I'd say to him on Sunday, how you feeling? And if he says, I'm good, coach, I'd say, fine, you're good. Now, that being said, I would have different standards for different people. If Leonard Fournette told me that, I'm good. If Corey Grant told me that, I could care less. Because Corey Grant is not Leonard Fournette. And I know that sounds crappy, but it's true. I do believe coaches play their favorites. And coaches, trust guys who they need more than guys that they don't need. It's simple. We're human beings. We're human beings. Look, I'll tell this story. I coached a volleyball team years ago. Had the best boys volleyball team in New York City. And one game, my two-star players did something really stupid. So the next game, my assistant coach wanted to bench them for the whole game. I'm like, yeah, let's just bench them for game one. Why? Because I needed them to win. Now, if it was one of my scrubby players, I would have said you're out for the game. Is that fair? Unequivocally not. I know it's not fair. I get it. But I'm very competitive and I want to win. And if my two best players are out for the entire game, that reduces my chances of winning. So I benched them for game one. They came in game two. We won in 4. Boom. Did I do the right thing? I'm not sure. It sent a message. If I didn't bench them at all, it sends no message. Benching them a little bit sends a message. Better a message than no message. My point being is that every coach has a different philosophy of how to deal with his players. Leonard Fournette, some coach says, you don't need to practice. Other guys say, if you don't practice on Friday, you don't play. I'm telling you, I don't need to see him on Friday. If he says he's good on Sunday, I'm playing him. Wendell Smallwood, going to be practicing a little bit this week. I think he plays, but it's not 100%, and we don't know. We don't know with Wendell Smallwood. We don't know. Andre Ellington, still not practicing. I will say this, and I've said it before, and I'll say this again. Very important information, what I'm going to tell you here. Don't overreact to a practice report. The only practice reports that I like to overreact to are when it says the word out or inactive. Then you can panic. Anything less than that, we don't panic. So-and-so didn't practice on Thursday. Big deal. So-and-so practiced in a limited fashion on Friday. Yeah, at least he got out there, right? Sunday, I worry. Now, I want to be prepared during the week to deal with Sunday, but I got to relax, okay? Because I can't get myself, all upset, right? And I know a lot of people do. Dr. Roto, so-and-so's not practicing. Who should I cut? Don't cut anybody. Just relax. Let's see what happens on Saturday. All right, let's take a look at tonight's game, the Chiefs against the Oakland Raiders. I am so in love with Kareem Hunt tonight. Please, 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 never tell me you're not playing Kareem Hunt. Don't trade him. Don't do anything. Play Kareem Hunt and love it. Should be a big night for him. 3 of the last 4 games, the Raiders have let up over 100 yards rushing. And Charkandrick West is out. So it's the Hunt brothers, Kareem and Akeem. But I'll go with Kareem. I like Travis Kelce tonight. I always feel like Kelce does better the week after he does poorly. Let's see if I'm right. 5 for 40, game 1. 8 for 103 and a touchdown, game 2. 1 for 1 in game 3. 7 for 111 in game 4. 8 for 98 and 5. 4 for 37 and 6. What does that tell me? Game 7, all in on Travis Kelce. Get me some Travis Kelce in my lineups. I'm liking Kelce. I'm liking Hunt. Alex Smith is a bus driver here. The better Hunt does, the worse Smith does. Do I like Tyreek Hill? I do like Tyreek Hill. I don't think this is an outstanding matchup for him, but I think it's good enough. Albert Wilson, I think will probably not play. I don't love DeAnthony Thomas. I don't love Demarcus Robinson. I think that I love Harrison Butker. He's a great play. Him, Kelce, Hill, Hunt, and maybe Smith, but I prefer not. For Oakland, it's a mess. I am not starting Derek Carr at all. Derek Carr, okay, ready? Quiz for you. What's the highest number of passing yards that Derek Carr's thrown for this season? Ready? Go. Did you say 262? Because if you did, that's the most he's had. That's disgusting. He's had 3 games under 200 yards. You are not winning in the NFL when you're doing that. Marshawn Lynch. How many yards has Marshawn Lynch run in a game? What's the most he's had all year? Ready? Go. 76. That's disgusting. You got to give the ball to this guy. So they're not passing enough. They're not running enough. Jared Cook hasn't done anything good in weeks. So you're down to 2 players. Michael Crabtree, who's been nothing short of sensational. I mean, really sensational. And Amari Cooper, who stinks. So I'm trying to watch this game, and I'm sitting to myself going, how do the Raiders win? I don't see it. That said, here's what I've learned in the NFL. When you don't see it, it's when it becomes very ready that you know nothing about readily apparent you know nothing about the NFL. Could Oakland win? Absolutely. It's in the black hole. Crazier things have happened. I don't see how they're going to do it, but hey, nothing shocks me. I see Kareem Hunt with 100 yards. I see Kelce with 100 yards and a touchdown. I see Alex Smith driving the bus. I see Hill like 4 for 60. I see Crabtree with a touchdown. And I see a game like, 19-7, 19-14, 23-14, something disgusting. It's true. All right. You want to win in DFS? I want you to go to scoutdfs.com. Go right there now. Podcast, optimizers, articles, chats. Be a winner in DFS. Go there right now. Also go to scoutfantasy.com. Enter the promo code ROTO2017. Get half off your first month. Be a winner. That's how we roll. You put up questions. We give you answers. We give you podcasts. We give you articles. We help you out with all the statistics you need. We are the Scout Army. We got you covered. All right, guys, back tomorrow with the hot takes and the visionary plays. But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. Wishing you all a great day. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!